You're ready to harness the power of your communications data. Blast off with Nylas today.
Hello and welcome to Coding with Nylas, the live stream where we speak about programming, APIs, and more. My name is Blag. I'm a senior developer advocate here at Nylas.
Hi, my name is Ram, and I'm a developer advocate at Nylas.
Hey Ram, how are you today?
I am good. I'm excited about the topics we've been talking about, so I'm looking forward to jumping in and talking about today's topic. What are we talking about today?
So what we're going to talk about today is how to build a scheduling application using Ruby. But first, because we're going to use a lot of things here, so we need to talk what is a virtual calendar, which is something we're going to use. So we can have regular calendars, right? But a virtual calendar, it's a calendar that you create for something that is not a person, so it can be an object. And here is the link if you want to learn more. So basically, you create a virtual account, and then you create a virtual calendar, which is going to be attached to that virtual account. So you can create multiple virtual accounts, but you can only have one virtual calendar per virtual account.
Gotcha. That makes sense. One way I was thinking about it is if you have a resource that's not a person, so someone that's not going to manage the calendar themselves, you would want to have a virtual calendar. For example, if you have IT equipment that you need to book out, like a projector, you'd want to have a virtual calendar so it can actually represent itself in terms of its availability.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
That's perfect. Yeah. Also, we're going to use hosted Auth, which is pretty much you have your application, you want the user to log in, but probably you don't want him or her to create an account, password, and user or whatever. So you use hosted Auth, which is basically taking advantage of Gmail or Outlook so they can do the login process. And with hosted Auth, Nylas gets the hard job of doing it for you. So you don't need all the hosted Auth, you just pass information to Nylas, and they're going to help you process everything so the user can log in smoothly without worrying about anything.
Okay. Yeah, this I've used before. It's really nice. It's a ready-made solution, so you can just kind of drag and drop it into your application. Okay, sweet.
Yeah, exactly. So what are we going to schedule? Okay, so let's say we have gym equipment that we would like people to be able to reserve. So that's not a living person. That's not something that we actually want to have like a full calendar. So for that, we're going to create a virtual calendar. We're going to have hosted authentication because we want everyone to just log in and reserve that gym equipment. So don't forget to like and subscribe YouTube channel, youtube.com/Nylas, where all our videos reside and all the Coding with Nylas videos are.
Yeah, go ahead while you're watching this video to like and subscribe. We'd love to hear from you. I know Blog's been asking to get anyone that wants to come on and talk about anything coding with Nylas related or coding. So we'd love to have more people come on our show. And as well, check out our YouTube description. So we'll have all the show notes that we've gone through today. So if you want to take a look at any links or anything in particular, all that will be available for you to check out.
Exactly. So it's time to do a demo of the dream equipment reservation that we're going to create. So let me share my screen.
Yeah, I like this one because anytime you're in the gym, or I've been in the gym recently, you're always missing 1 pound. So if you have like a 20-pound weight, you don't have the other 20-pound weight. So this is going to be a good demo to check out.
Yeah, exactly. So here we have the screen. Welcome to Nylas gym equipment. We have Nyla here flying out. And here we have this sign in with Google. So this is going to manage the hosted Auth. So we click here. And here you can see we can sign in with Google, or we could choose a different provider, be Microsoft Outlook, Exchange, Yahoo. But for this time, we're going to use Gmail, which is what I have. So here I'm going to put my personal Gmail account. I'm going to log in.
And one thing I wanted to mention here, I know we've covered hosted auth in depth in one of our previous videos. We'll definitely share notes on that. And I know we have a few blog posts as well in terms of how to set up hosted authentication for different providers. And in this case, we've set it up for Google.
Yes, exactly. So in this case, for example, here is displaying the available times for this gym equipment. So for the built-on calendar. This is not for my own personal calendar. So I use Hosted Out to be able to log in so the system or the application can grab my email. Because once I reserve something, I'm going to receive a confirmation email.
Gotcha. Blag, can you just zoom in a bit, just so we can see? I think is you have the different time slots available, and then you have logout at the bottom. So this is for your specific user. You can go in and book specific time slots. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So it's an hour for like 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1, 1 to 2, etc.
Okay.
So let's say I'm going to grab this one from 11 to 12. Okay, so sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Let's try. Okay, and you can see that this is live, so it's happening in real time.
So what's happening is you're clicking on a specific timestamp, and I'm guessing you're doing something with that timestamp. Maybe you can walk us through that, and we can debug together.
Yeah, something regarding the calendar. So I think I changed something here, and I forgot to put it right. It's not finding. Let me see real quick here.
Sure.
That's a problem. We just change things at the very last minute.
The live stream demos are always fun to do.
Exactly. Let me see. Yeah, just a matter of changing the here. So this one. Okay, see what I did here. That was strange.
Yeah, I had something similar on Wednesday where I was using a server that would crash periodically.
Okay.
And luckily it worked during the live stream. I haven't had a chance to debug, but it was a server, and for some reason it was just a simple error, but I haven't had a chance to take a look. So sometimes those things happen during a live stream.
Okay, I think it should be fixed. So let me share my screen. And it should work now. So let's go back again. Let's log in. Yeah, so yesterday I was doing something with Java, so I was changing a couple of things. This is why I changed here. And that should be working now. So, okay, let me grab this, make it bigger again. So I'm gonna then choose this 11 to 12. Okay. So, sorry about that.
Do you want to take a look at the error, or is it worthwhile to kind of go through the code?
No, yeah, it's actually regarding the calendar. So it's not
is this regarding the virtual calendar?
I thought it was a virtual calendar. That's the problem. So I changed something yesterday and I broke it. But here probably, okay, might be here. Should be here, same. And here it should be the same.
Oh, you're using a different calendar ID?
Yeah, so I have it like calendar ID, but then I change it to be like virtual calendar, and I think that works things. All right, now it should be fixed. So just to make sure, let's log in again. It was a calendar ID, but then I was like, okay, actually it's a virtual calendar, so let's say virtual calendar ID. And
Gotcha.
then I forgot to change it in the source code. Okay, 11 to 12. And it looks like it's, oh, so it's working now. Okay, you have to schedule the usage of Nylas gym equipment. You will receive a confirmation for your 11 to 12 reservation with Love Nights.
Nice.
Yeah, finally I was able to fix it.
Demos are fun.
Here, but here's the confirmation. You see that I got it.
Okay, so you were able to kind of log in, look at the different time slots, select on a time slot, and you reserve the equipment for that time slot, and then you get an email invite or you get an email notification.
Mhm. Exactly. And if I go back, you can see that 11 time slot just disappeared.
Okay.
And one thing to mention is that when you create an event using a virtual calendar, you're not able to actually send an invitation. So what you need to do is you need to create this ISC file and then send it attached in an email.
Okay.
And that's going to be when we launch the blog for this live stream. You're going to see all the information there. So
Okay, so the invite is an email, actually. It's not an invite in terms of calendar invite.
yes, exactly.
Okay.
So I
That's a
really
good point.
reserve something. Let's say I'm greedy and I want to reserve 1 to 2 as well. So sorry, you're already scheduled. So you can do it once. So it's one time per customer per day. So
Gotcha.
this is not going to allow you to book more than one.
Okay.
So if we log out, then we can relog. So I'm glad that I managed to fix it in time.
It's always a variable that's renamed or changed.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
What do you want to do next? You want to jump in and take a look at the code?
Yeah, it will be
Okay,
kind
cool.
of refreshing to do something different. Okay, so we have the source code. Obviously, we're gonna load our .m file. We're gonna import our dependencies, being obviously Nylas one of the most important. So from Nylas import API client, and this is for Python. We're doing Python today, right? I believe
You'll have to tell me.
we're doing Ruby.
Yeah, it was Ruby and Sinatra. You're jumping between languages, so
Okay, so actually I'm running, well, it's actually the same. So it's the same application. I do it in Python and I do it in Ruby and I'm doing it also in Java. But
Gotcha.
as we're supposedly talking about Ruby, let's review the Ruby one. So you see, I really code a lot. All right. This has been kind of like a weird day. So I mix languages. Okay. No problem. It should be exactly the same. So we import our dependencies. We initialize our client.
Did you want to share your screen?
Oh, I'm not showing it.
No,
Yes,
go ahead.
Today is weird.
Don't worry. Don't worry. All
Okay.
good.
Okay. Now you can see my screen, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Let me make it a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So here we're importing our dependencies. We're initializing our Nylas API client. So passing client ID, client secret, access token. But we also want to initialize with a person who is logging in. And for that, we're going to need a client ID and client secret. But also, we want to initialize our virtual calendar. So when we create a virtual calendar, we're going to receive a virtual token. So that's the only way we can access our virtual calendar. Here is a section of the authorization. So it says that if we are not logged in, so our session is not current, what we're going to do is we're going to do exchange code for token. So basically, when we log with our email and password, a token is going to be generated. So it's going to be returned to us. So we're going to be able to have the information for the user that has logged in. So basically, when we do this, here sign in, and we input our information, we're going to receive a token back, which is going to allow us to get the email of the person who registered. So when we log in, we're going to read our virtual calendar, and we're going to get all the times so we can display them, like in here. And let me do this again. So we log in, we're going to read our virtual calendar, and it's going to display all the available times, which are these. Here we're going to see what's available, so we're going to display it. Here we can revoke the session. So if we here set logout, we're going to just remove the token, because the only thing we want people to be registered is to schedule the gym equipment. Once that's done, we just can destroy the token. Here, we're going to check if the participant has been already registered, because we're not going to allow people to reserve more than once. And here is where we're going to create the event. So at first, when we click on, I think it was like 10 to 11, 11 to 12, we're going to grab those times, and we're going to create the event. Once we create the event, we can use this generate ICS to create the invitation. Then we can read it. We can create it as a file so that we can send it via email, and it's going to display or be displayed as an invitation, which is like this. And you can see you can actually download it and export it to any other calendar. And then we're just going to pass a link so that people know that they successfully registered and they can go back. So I think the important thing here is basically like that we're reading a virtual calendar, or we're doing the reservation on the virtual calendar. And actually, we have another, we have a little script that will allow us to actually read a virtual calendar. So as we're using Python right now, let's keep using it, because why not? This is supposed to be Ruby, but okay. So if I run this little script, we're going to have here the reservation. For some reason, it's appearing double.
So it shows you the bookings, all the bookings here.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
okay,
exactly. And here, what we're doing is sending up our Nylas account with client ID, client secret, and we're using our virtual token, which is the one that we get for the virtual calendar.
Okay.
And we just display the dates.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to call out, I know you've mentioned it, but or at least in the different code samples, you've been using the Nylas SDK to build out everything. So you can use the Nylas SDK in at least 4 languages we support. We support Java, Python, Ruby, and JavaScript to build up full functionality and take advantage of all our APIs. And alternatively, you can actually use the APIs themselves. You can make commands directly to the APIs. So that's a cool demo that you built out. It's really exciting to use a virtual calendar for a resource. It's definitely a use case that a lot of people would want to use, especially businesses and small companies.
Yeah, and the blog post is coming soon to nylas.com/blog. And
Awesome.
yeah, we're almost at the end of the live stream, so it's always good to know what's coming next. So next Wednesday, can you please tell us,
Yeah,
Ram?
yeah, we're gonna have a create a mail merge template with Ruby. So I think Blog, you're going to walk us through mail merge. That's a topic we've talked about in one or two past live streams, but we haven't gone in depth. So I'm excited to kind of go in depth and look at how we can do mail merge with Ruby.
Mhm. And don't worry, this time I'm gonna make sure I'm using Ruby and not Python because they actually look the same in the end. I mean, when you run them, they look the same. So
All the languages are blending together.
yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
in terms
just want
of-
to share our live streams every Wednesday and Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern and 8 a.m. Pacific time. Go ahead and check out our YouTube. We have a lot going on there. So our live streams every Wednesday and Friday. We love it if you can subscribe and like our live streams. If you want to hear any feedback in terms of topics you're interested in or just how you enjoyed the live stream so far.
yes, and thank you so much for bearing with me this time. Next time I'm gonna be more focused, probably. So
That's
thank you
fine.
so much as
You did
always.
awesome. And you actually had a comment as well. So
Oh, really?
yeah. Ash liked your fix.
Okay, thanks. All right, so bye everyone. Take care. See you. Thanks,
Thanks a
Ram.
lot, Blog. See you. Bye.
Bye.